I wish you could hear it. Springtime arriving in Carolina. On my transition walks, I do record a thing called vocal defragging, and so often you can hear all of the birds and even the wind as it touches the microphone. But it's embracing what is living in this forest. It is in our presence of now. And if you could just experience the songs of so many migrating birds that are still hanging out, because like the human being, we don't trust that spring is really here yet, not until long after the month of March. Hey, it's Arrow. This is The Choice. This is what I was writing while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day. Today we're reading from February 22nd, 2024. That taste of spring is starting to arrive. Now, here's the thing. When all assumed dormant reaches outward in ways of inspiring every reason to want to believe beyond our personal storms, our minds begin to shift. With spring comes new beginnings, and here in the South, that in itself is a huge natural mess. I mean, brand new leaves and flowers, that means one thing: debris on everything, and your allergies just go through the roof. Then the algae sets in, because, not to be a Debbie Downer, but a new season means adapting to a new age of change, and that means warmer conditions, and that algae's going, yum, yum, look at what I'm doing. As human beings, we're capable of evolving, but are we mentally ready for the challenges, the new season that is upon us? Now, the experts say that spring and summer actually see a rise in our anxiety. The reason being, more sunlight means less sleep. They also say that we think more about those that we've lost in our lives during the months of spring and summer. Being more aware of what triggers us isn't a mental game, but rather a very healthy decision to be present in your place of now. Living in your past only feels more comfortable because it's way too easy to write a story based on an event. It's based on fact. Based. I learned that lesson a few years ago while sitting with a movie critic in a theater. And we were talking about the movie that we had seen. And I said, but this story took place. It really did. And he goes, no, look at it from my point of direction. The story, the movie that we just saw, is based on the facts of this story taking place. That means that a lot of it was made up. And I think that's what we do with our own personal lives, is that we know what we've experienced in our chapters upon this beautiful planet. But the stories that we share with others, family, friends, and newbies, we base our stories on fact. We don't go in and say, well, I had a tough time that summer, and man, wow, the weight of the world on my shoulders, it was dark. We don't do that. We always kind of bend a little bit, and we try to share a story that actually presents more of a victory than a loss. And that's a tough walk to make, because you think that you're living in this moment of, I'm telling you the truth. But if you listen to how you're saying it, it's based on your experiences. And that's where writing every day is so important, because one of the things that I do is I do spill my guts. I call it bleeding onto the page. I put the plan, the purpose, the real experience on that page so that I can always go back to it and say, wow, what I've been saying has been based on the true experience. But it's here on this page, and this is the real story. I challenge you to do that. I challenge you to put your words on a page and come back to it. The Notebook. Did you see that movie? Look at how that book changed people's lives. It wasn't based on a story. They read from the book. I'm Arrow, and that's what I was writing while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day.